good afternoon and welcome to another in the series of weight loss rooms. I've been holding these rooms, I think it's now for the last couple of weeks as we have been coming out of lockdown. One of the serious consequences of lockdown has been people putting on weight, and I have decided to hold these series of weight loss rooms over the past few weeks, and it will be for another couple of weeks, just to share my expertise and just to help you shed those extra pounds, because I know it can be incredibly difficult. My name is Ken, the Body Change Maker. I am a certified health and mindset coach, and this is what I help people do. I help people to lose weight and to manage their blood sugar, thus reversing pre-diabetes and diabetes. And I absolutely love what I do. So today we are going to be talking about something that some women call a curse. Yes, I've heard it called some worse names than that. And that is about the dreaded menopause and how the menopause affects your body in a number of ways, but namely weight. So if you are in any stage of the menopause and you're feeling that you're putting on a few extra pounds, then this is a show that you really want to stay tuned to. I'll be back on the other side. Okay, so you know how we do it. If you watched the show before, it's a presentation style. So let me just get straight into it to share some advice and tips if you are gaining weight around the menopause. You know, I thought I'd start the show with this slide because a lot of people talk about the menopause, and often men don't understand that they also can suffer from something called the andropause, and that is the male version of the menopause. And there are some very similar symptoms that men can go through. I mean, today's particularly aimed at women, but men, if you are watching this, just remember that if you are around the 50, 55 and you're experiencing maybe some of the same symptoms as your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, then you could be suffering from something called your andropause, I should say. And there are some stuff you could do about, but particularly today, we're going to be talking about the menopause. But I just wanted to let the men know that I haven't forgotten you guys at all. All right. So we're talking about weight gain. There are so many issues that come with the menopause. Unfortunately, it's a bane of so many women's lives. The night sweats, the dizziness, the brain fog. There are so many things that come with the menopause, but particularly today, we are going to be talking specifically about weight gain. Now, there are three stages of the menopause. The first is the perimenopause, which is the pre-menopause stage. The second is the menopause stage. And well, that's really when you're in the middle of it. And then obviously you have the post-menopause. So many women are still not sure whether they're in the menopause or the perimenopause. I mean, there are some tests you can take, but a basic measurement is if you have not had a menstrual cycle for a year, then you are invariably in that menopause stage. If it's intermittent, then you're still potentially in that perimenopause. But if you've gone a whole year without having a menstrual cycle, then you kind of can say roughly that you're in that menopause stage. And the weight gain and the issues with your weight can happen in the perimenopause stage and the menopause stage, and also in the post-menopausal stage. And you know, for different women, the weight distribution is different. Some women it's on their stomach, some women it's on their breast, some women it's on their thighs. depending on your genetics. But unfortunately, for some women, the weight does actually pile on. So there are a number of hormones that are used in the menstrual cycle, particularly two I want to talk about today. And the first one is estrogen. Now, estrogen is a hormone that helps to regulate your cycle. So what estrogen does, it helps to keep your cycle on that monthly basis. There is another hormone called progesterone. And what progesterone does, progesterone is the hormone that helps to keep your egg safely in your womb. So the estrogen helps to regulate the cycle. The progesterone helps to secure that egg and keep it nicely inside the womb. Now, obviously, when you move to that perimenopause, menopausal stage, these two hormones are kind of no use, and they kind of go out of whack, and this is where the problem starts. So let's just firstly talk a little bit about low estrogen. When you have low estrogen levels, it can make you gain weight. Yes? So if you're gaining weight during the perimenopause, especially the menopause period, it could be down to low estrogen levels. And you can get these checked. You can get your estrogen levels checked, and you can get your progesterone levels checked. All right? So the estrogen level and the progesterone kind of work like a seesaw. But what invariably happens to a number of people when they go through the menopause is that they suffer from something called estrogen dominance. And what happens is whereby their estrogen level is incredibly high. So the estrogen level is really high. So that means their progesterone level is really, really low. And that's something called estrogen dominance. And it could be so many issues that happen to women when they're suffering from estrogen dominance. And the irony is low estrogen levels can cause you to gain weight, but also excessive estrogen levels can also cause you to gain weight as well. So again, if you're in those stages, you can get your estrogen levels checked. Now, I really want to talk about progesterone here because that is such a fundamental hormone. And there are so many things that go out of whack when you have a low progesterone level. Now, progesterone is a natural appetite suppressant. So what progesterone does, it allows your brain to receive another hormone called leptin. Leptin is a hormone that's in your fat tissues. And what leptin does, leptin tells your brain that you're full. So when you have a low progesterone levels, there is a kind of a break between the brain's activity to be able to receive that leptin signal. So often women find themselves eating more and more because the leptin hormone doesn't kick in to say that they are full. Now also, progesterone is a kind of a natural calming hormone. So when you have a low progesterone, all right, it can also affect your sleep, which is one of the reasons why during the perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, some women have incredibly difficulty in sleeping. And again, when you have difficulty sleeping, there are other hormones that are affected, which would also affect your weight gain. Now, progesterone is also, believe it or not, a diuretic. Yes? So a diuretic is something that makes you pass water. So when you have low progesterone levels, you can also retain water. So sometimes during your perimenopause, your menopausal stage, you will find that you're retaining water. Again, this could be down to low progesterone levels. And low progesterone levels also can increase your glucose levels and your insulin levels. And if you've watched the show before, you would have heard me talk about how important it is to keep your insulin levels stable, because insulin is a fat storage hormone. So when your progesterone is out of whack, when it throws your insulin levels out of whack, again, that can aid to the fat storage inside your body. All right? So it gives you high insulin levels. And you eat. Yeah, you eat. Your leptin is out of whack. you're not sleeping as well as you should do, and if your leptin is out of whack, you're up. There's another hormone called your ghrelin hormone, which tells you you're hungry. That's more likely overactive as well, and this is why you find often that during these stages you just seem to eat, and you don't want to eat green vegetables, do you? You just want to eat something sweet. You just want to eat a cake, yes, a chocolate, and you eat and you eat, and you're wondering why you have these cravings. Some of the reasons could be these two hormones out of whack. Obviously there's testosterone in there as well, but I particularly want just to focus on the estrogen and the progesterone to let you know that during this period, sometimes it's not your fault. It is your hormones that are out of whack and why you are putting on weight. So yeah, it's your hormones that is out of whack and why you're actually putting on weight. So what do you do? Well, I'll tell you what you can't do. You can't continue with your old habits. Unfortunately, your hormones are now taking control, and you just can't do the things that you used to do in the past. It's just not going to work. As much as you would like to, you really need to develop some new habits. And this is where I come in, and the programs I do come in, and just you learn about a new way to be able to live your life, a new way to be able to eat food, because unfortunately your body is now in a different working order. And I will tell you, the lifestyle that I live and the lifestyle that I teach my clients and people has had a tremendous effect on women who are going through their perimenopause, menopause, not just to help them with their weight, but also it's helped them with their night sweats, helped them with the brain fog, help them, and even some women have even not experienced any real menopausal symptoms whatsoever. And again, if you've been watching the show, you know I'm about a reduced sugar diet. It's a low carbohydrate diet. It doesn't have to go as low as keto, but it is really just focusing on reducing the carbohydrates, which turn to sugar, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. And every time I hold the show, I try to show you some of the food that I eat and some of the food that you can eat on this lifestyle, because invariably people always say, well, you know, if I follow this lifestyle, I'm going to be deprived. Well, if you've watched the show, and if you haven't watched the previous shows, I encourage you to go back and watch them. You will see the plethora of diverse range of foods that I eat and you can eat, and I've never felt deprived. I mean, here it's a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous looking chicken dish, which I've enjoyed. Here is a beautiful salmon dish, and it was had with some salad, some mushrooms. Absolutely gorgeous this salmon dish was. I enjoyed that. This dish, for those of you who like meat, and if you don't enjoy meat, if you don't want to eat meat, you can still adopt this lifestyle. They're just some variations that you would have. But this is lamb neck. This is absolutely my favorite meat here. So this is lamb neck here with some avocado, with some plum tomatoes. They were put in the oven, roasted plum tomatoes. And on the side there, you can see cauliflower rice. Now, cauliflower is an amazing vegetables. You can do so much with a cauliflower. So I don't know, this may be even cauliflower rice and peas, which is a recipe which I can share with you if you're on my program. So this was a beautiful lamb dish here as well. And these are some bagels. Yes, last week I showed you bread. This week I'm showing you some bagels, and I love having these bagels. I have it with cream cheese, with some salmon. Absolutely delicious, and they take about 20 minutes to make. So you really don't have to miss out on any foods. And for you chocolate lovers, again, I thought I'd share this. Now, this was absolutely delicious. This was some chocolate chip cookies. Yes, you can eat chocolate chip cookies on the lifestyle I'm trying to share with you, which can help you shed those pounds during the menopause, as long as you understand the right way to be able to make these delicious foods here. So, talking about foods, so that was the brief presentation, because I just tried to give you a little snapshot. Do your own research, as I like to say to you every single week. Do your own research. But if you are heading towards the menopause at any stage, or even if you're not in the menopause and you are suffering with the fact that you feel you need a few pounds to lose, I can definitely help. And I'm going to share with you something in a moment that can definitely help you not just transform your weight, but believe me, transform your health and your life. Help is at hand. But on this show, I do like to take one food and, show you just how much sugar is inside there. So, and it's my philosophy is all about saying no to sugar in all its forms. But you firstly really do need to understand what sugar is. So, these are some government guidelines here, and this is about added sugar. It says that a man should have 9 teaspoons, a woman should have 6 teaspoons. But this is added sugar. But what happens to the sugar that the food you eat that's turned into, like when you eat bread, that's turned into glucose. When you eat a banana, that's turned into fructose. So these guidelines are incredibly, incredibly misleading. And it's important that you understand that there are certain foods that you eat that turn into sugar, and certain foods turn to sugar quicker than others. And again, I've done about 4 of these. If you want to take a look at my YouTube channel, they're only about 20 minutes, half an hour long. And I've just taken you on a journey so you can have a basic understanding about the kind of foods that will convert to glucose and fructose and even lactose and galactose in your body. All right. So the food I thought I'd share with you today is a drink, because I've done food every week. So today I thought I'd have a drink. And this is a drink I used to enjoy before I went on my reduced sugar diet. And it's sorrel. It's a very, very popular drink. And around the summer, it's a very refreshing drink. But how much sugar do you reckon is in about a reasonable glass of sorrel? So let's have a look. So we're talking about teaspoons here. So each teaspoon represents about 4 grams of sugar, maybe about 4.2, but we're just going to round it up to 4. All right. So in this 36 grams of sorrel, how many teaspoons would you say is in there? 5 teaspoons, 7 teaspoons, or 9 teaspoons? Remember, the recommended guidelines are 9 for men and 6 for women. And this is just one drink, and you may have 2 or 3 glasses of it. So how many teaspoons of sugar do you think is in this large glass of sorrel? So let's smash it and find out how many teaspoons are inside there. 9 teaspoons of sugar. If you look at a sorrel recipe, you will find out how much sugar is in there. So if you have been drinking sorrel on a regular basis, you have been drinking liquid sugar. This is not something that you should be drinking on any kind of regular basis. If you want to regulate your weight, regulate your blood sugar, it is absolutely, as delicious as a drink is, it is absolutely full of sugar. I do have a reduced sugar recipe, but that's what I'll share with people on my program. But when you just drink sorrel by itself, you can see it's 9 teaspoons. This is a sugar-laden drink. So we're due to have some hot weather over the next week or so. And if you are thinking about drinking sorrel, maybe you need to think again. All right? So that's the food that I thought I'd share with you and smash with you and raise your awareness about how much sugar inside it. Next week, I'll share with you a different food. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. You now know how much sugar is in the glass of sorrel. You make your choice whether you drink it or not. All right? So a couple of things I want to share with you. Before I close up, I did say I want to make an offer with you, but I do have a regular podcast. It's called Make Healthy Habit. It's an audio podcast, and it's done every single week. And I recorded an episode last week, and it's called Keep Focused on Your Health Goals. And it uses an acronym, a great acronym called FOCUS, to be able to keep you on track. So if you go to my website is the body change, no, not the www.bodychangemaker.com. In the right hand side you'll see a yellow thing, it says podcast. You can click on that and you can listen to the latest episode of the podcast or the other episodes of the podcast. So I really do encourage you to go and listen to that podcast. It's really, really an interesting podcast. And this is what I really want to share with you, because, not just talking about the menopause, but I said coming out of lockdown in this period, weight gain is a serious issue. And I truly believe people need to take it seriously. And I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be absolutely real with you. I feel some people don't take it seriously. Why don't they take it seriously? Because so many people around them also have put on weight. And they may think, well, I haven't put on as much weight as he has, or I haven't put on as much weight as she has. But weight has a way of creeping up on us. And if that weight around our stomach is visceral fat, there's disease fester inside it. So you don't have to have a six-pack. But don't allow weight to creep up, and don't feel like because you're 40, 50 or 60 that, it's a natural part of getting it, of aging. It doesn't have to be. You just have to make some lifestyle changes, which I can share with you and what I want to share with you right now. So let me share that with you. So when you want to lose weight, most people just go to Google and they think, well, what's the best weight loss method? Now, how's that been going for you? If you've been using Google to search for weight loss, how's that been going for you? Well, I'll tell you this. Using Google may be the easiest. It may even be the cheapest, but it's definitely not the most effective way, because there are so much conflicting information. And I'll tell you, a lot of the information out there is so ineffective. And that's why so many people have put on weight and are having trouble losing weight. Sometimes you need a helping hand. You really need a helping hand. You need a mentor, you need a coach, you need a guide to help you. And this is where I come in. And this is what I want to share with you today with the Body Change Maker Reset. And I want to make you a really special offer, because I really want to encourage you to take advantage of this life-changing program. It changed my entire life. But I tell you what, before I even go on and tell you the special offer, let me just share with you how what I'm going to share with you changed my body. Watch the reset. Yeah, so I was over 50 years old when it happened, and a lot of people say, Ken, what, it really takes a lot for you to be able to show that picture of yourself, and it does take a lot, because it's not exactly a flattering picture. But I do it because I want to let you know I've been possibly where you have been. I've been on a journey. I'm not just talking the talk, I've actually walked the walk. And that's important, and that should be important to you too, that I've walked the walk. I've been possibly where you are. I know what it's like to try on clothes and get frustrated because it can't fit me. I know what it's like not to want to look in the mirror. I know what it's like to feel sluggish. I know what it's like just to feel horrible. But conversely, I know what it's like to be able to go into a shop and try on something and look in the mirror and think, ooh, yeah, that can be you. And I want to help you do that with the Body Change Maker Reset. Look, this program is starting on September the 4th. It's an 8-week program where you're going to have me as a coach. It's a group coaching program. You're going to have access to me 7 days a week, along with the other people on there. So it starts on September the 4th. These are just some of the things that you'll be able to experience on the program. Live coaching, live group support calls. There's a big support community, daily motivation, mindset tools. I mean, there is so much. I've really packed it in. I've been in the coaching for 35 years. I've been a health coach about 5 years, but I've been a coach for 35 years. And for me, mindset is a big part of it. So there is so much there to help you change your behaviors, help you develop new habits to make 2022 your best and your healthiest year ever. All right, and there are other resources, like there's loads of recipes you can have access to. We're going to show you how to go home and kind of reset your kitchen to make it sugar friendly, to make it what we call body change maker friendly. You can have a shopping list, and I mean, there is so much resources available to you during this program to make sure it's a success to you. Now, look, this program, with what I've packed into it, and I've looked at other programs, could easily sell for $9.97, and it would be worth it, because your health is worth $9.97. Right? If a holiday is worth £1,500, then your health is definitely worth $9.97. All right, but I'm not going to charge you $9.97. You can be part of this program here for 2 monthly payments of only $2.97. All right, that equals $594. But also, you can make a one-time payment and only pay. You can make a one-time payment and only pay $497. You save yourself £97. That's if you go to the website. So this is the deal that's actually on my website now, which I think is an incredible deal as it is. All right, for a one-time payment of $467, you can join the program and avail of all these benefits. But I said I want to make it an extra special offer, and I really do, because I really want to encourage you. I think this will be the last time I'm holding this program in this format for a while, so I really want to encourage as many people to get involved with it as possible. All right, so at this price, at $497, it's less than £9 a day. But let me just share something with you. I'm going to take that one-time payment, I'm going to get rid of it, and what I'm going to do is this, and I'm going to minus 30% off that one-time payment here. All right, so let's minus 30% off that one-time payment here, and then what's going to happen is you are going to be able to access this program for a ridiculous price of £347.90. This is how much I really want to encourage you to get involved in this program. So that's a saving of £249, 10 pence on an incredibly reduced program already. This should be a no-brainer for everybody. And at £347, that's 6 pence a day. Is your health worth 6 pence a day? Is it? I believe it's definitely worth a lot more. But for 6 pence a day, you can take advantage of the Body Change Maker Reset. You can have access to me. I've spent thousands on my education. But even though you'll be only paying 6 pence a day, you will get 150% of me, because I want you to get results on this program, as I've achieved results for so many people. But this is only available to the 26th of August. This particular deal here, this is this week. This is Thursday. All right. So this deal here at 347 is only available till Thursday. All right. So this is what you do. This is the link, because this offer is not available on my website, but this is the link here. You can screenshot it if you're looking at it on your phone, but as soon as this podcast is finished, I'm going to put the link in the YouTube video description. I will put the link, if you're watching on Facebook, I will put it in the link in the description in Facebook. If you're watching on LinkedIn, I will put it in the description. So as soon as this podcast is finished, the link to the special reset offer page will be in the description, either on YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook, and you can go there and avail of it. And again, if you want to just find out more of what the program was about, all you would have to do is go to bodychangemaker.com, and it says the Body Change Maker Reset, and you can see exactly what it's about. And then you can come back to the YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and you could then easily press that link and then go to the special offer page. Now, this is available in the US and the UK. So if you're watching this in the UK, in the US, when you press on the link, it will give you all the prices in the US dollars, which is equivalent. All right. So yes, if you're watching the US, don't worry, just press on that link and it will take you, and you'll see it all in US. All right. You won't see it in UK pounds, because I know you like the dollars if you're watching this in the US. So that's the offer. I want to make it this incredibly special offer, and I tell you, you won't regret it. Your future self will thank you if you avail 8 weeks. Give me 8 weeks. Give me 8 weeks. Give me your commitment. Just 8 weeks. And I will show you something that has changed my life and thousands of people's lives. And I will clear your eyes of the big fat lie that you've been told for many ways about what makes us gain weight and how to lose weight. All right, so that's the show for today. I will be back. I think I'll be back. I've got such a busy week this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back again this week. If I am, it's going to be a lunchtime show on Wednesday, so if I'm going to be back. But if not, I will be back again on Monday, and I may even be talking about how sleep affects weight loss on Monday. But that's the show for today. Menopause and weight gain. Don't accept it. Don't accept it. Do not reject it. Rebuke it. You can make a huge difference to your weight and health. And here's the question. Who in your life would be happy if you lost the weight, if you had more energy, if you created a healthier body, which will invariably potentially help you to live longer? And also, if you're suffering from pre-diabetes, this program can help you reverse that. But it's really about weight gain. But if you're suffering from pre-diabetes, 8 weeks on this, gone. You don't believe me? Put me to the test. All right. So that's the show for today. Listen, you have a great evening. If you're watching this live, I really do appreciate you taking the time out to be able to watch this show live. If you're watching on recording, lovely, fantastic. Remember, the link for the special offer will be in the description as soon as this show finishes. And if you want to find out more about the program, just visit the address here, bodychangemaker.com. So menopause and weight gain, we're going to get rid of it. We're going to make 2022 your healthiest and best year ever. So this is Ken, the Body Change Maker, saying to you, as I always like to say to you, there is no better habit that you could develop than to make health your habit. Until the next time we meet, bye for now.